guys, welcome back to Carefree TV, Transfer Weekly. If for those of you who don't know what this is, basically I just go through all the transfer news regarding Chelsea and I have a little talk about it. And also the big thing about this is you lot sort of decide what I talk about basically in the comment section. If you lot leave comments telling me transfer rumours which you hear or transfer rumours you want me to talk about, you know, then I'll do it. Last week I got the grand total of 1 comment showing you how much people care about my videos. But anyway, that comment was, I believe, from someone called Christian Dawson. Thank you very much for the comment, I appreciate it. And it said, I believe it was about what striker we should get and whether we should get Christian Benteke in or Falcao. He said he would rather have Benteke. Personally, I'm going to have to disagree. The reason why I think Benteke will be more expensive in transfer fee than Falcao, because Falcao will probably be on a loan. I think Benteke, he's injury prone. That's his he does seem to get injured whenever he starts to hit form, which of course you don't want. Also, I do feel he's inconsistent. I haven't seen him be good enough for long enough. I've seen him be good enough, but not for long enough. If that makes sense. I think he's started to find his feet under Sherwood. Maybe give him till January this year under a manager where he's enjoying it, scoring lots of goals. Then maybe he might be Chelsea coins. But for me, I've sort of got my heart set on Falcao. I'd rather have Falcao than Benteke, but thanks for the question anyway. Staying on the topic of strikers, the big news coming out is Charlie Austin linked to Chelsea. And I like this. I think it could be a very, very good deal, because then we look at the way I look at it. Charlie Austin, he scored 17 goals for Rangers, and they are shit, aren't they? They are so bad. So he's scoring 17 goals for them. You know, by logic, he should be scoring way more goals for us. And also, good thing about it is Rangers are down. Financial fair play is, totally screwing them over. They need to sell their players. We probably could get him for a decent price as well. I say about 10 million mark, which should be quite good, especially considering he's English as well. He's English, he can score goals. Where he's come from as well, from the non-league and stuff, great story. And I have no doubt if we do sign him, every game he will give his all. That's all I ask for. The result, obviously, it's a big thing, but as long as the players are trying, doing their best, for me, that's the most important thing. And Charlie Austin will do that. Whenever he's given the chance, he would show what he's got. However, I wouldn't go for him if we get Falcao. For me, Falcao, Remy, and Costa is good. However, if Remy is to go to West Ham, then yeah, come in, Charlie Austin. I'll welcome you. But interesting rumour. I'm going to see how that develops over the next few weeks. Obviously, a transfer which looks like it's not happening now is the Griezmann one. I talked about it last week, saying how much I wanted it to happen, how much I was in favour of this move. It's all died down a bit. Griezmann says he wants to stay at Atletico. Mourinho says we're not interested in him. That looks dead, pretty much. Unfortunately, that probably won't. Maybe January, maybe next year we could see that rising up again, because he is a phenomenal player. But I don't think it's going to happen this time. Now, talking about players moving out of the club, obviously the big one is Petr Cech, and I've said before, we cannot let him go to Arsenal. I don't care. Man United over Arsenal for me. For me, doesn't improve Man United. Man United have De Gea. If they lose a world-class goalkeeper, get one in, that's not strengthening. Arsenal gain a world-class goalkeeper, that is strengthening. So for me, we have to do whatever we can to keep him from Arsenal, which looks like it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Mourinho obviously said that, Mourinho said this week, I think that he's in every club which is interested in Cech, there's a player which he likes, so maybe a swap deal there. But for me, just stop him going to Arsenal. That's my take on it. Another player looking like he's going out of the club is John Obi Mikel. Bit sad, but he was to be honest, he's never really lived up to the hype when we got him in. He's done his job. He's helped us see out wins. He's made a lot of mistakes. I've got no opinion to it. He had a fantastic Champions League final. I'll be forever grateful to him for that. But for me, I have no objections with him leaving. A player who could be leaving as well is Juan Cuadrado. Now, Mourinho had said today that he will not be leaving after just sort of 4 or 5 months after he signed. But for me, I can see it happening, because he was so poor after we signed him. Didn't really show any sign of improving and getting to the level which we saw at Fiorentina. I don't want him to go. I want to give him another chance, but it's a transfer I can definitely see happen. Now, finally, onto the last rumour. There's another player coming into the club, which I've heard, and that is Gonzalo Higuain. And I just want to say no. for this transfer, for me, it can't happen. I don't think he's as good as people think he is. I think 30 million or whatever is rated for him. I don't think he's good enough for that. And I think it will be, he doesn't get on with Mourinho. He won't want to be second choice, which he will be, because Costa is a superior striker to him in my eyes. I think it would be a very poor piece of business if he were to go after Gonzalo Higuain. That is Transfer Weekly for this week. Not really much change from last week, but I'm sure as the transfer window is now officially open, we'll hear a lot more stuff. Remember I said, comment below if you lot choose the transfers which I talk about on this, because, you know, I'm not very good at finding my own rumours, to be fair. So yeah, please comment down below, because nothing looks worse if you tell people to comment and then they don't. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Keep the blue flag flying high. I haven't said that for a few videos now, so I might as well. See you later.